Hey guys, so I got this question today, but before I answer it, I want to show you what the medical literature says from the allopathic mindset about what high stomach acid symptoms look like. Okay, so these are the symptoms of high stomach acid according to allopathic medical literature. Nausea, bloating, heartburn, burping, hoarseness, abdominal pain, etc., all the way to unexplained weight loss. Now let's look at the symptoms of low stomach acid according to allopathic medical literature. We have some similar symptoms. If you see, we have diarrhea, heartburn, bloating, stomachache, undigested food and stools, gas, nausea, constipation, hair loss, indigestion, etc. Now I understand, guys, that when you're reading the two sets of symptoms, it could be a little confusing when you're seeing overlap, like heartburn, diarrhea, bloating, gas. It could be confusing. And remember, these are symptoms, I'm going to say it again, according to allopathic medical literature. But just wait till the end of the reel because you're going to be able to understand what is what. Now, in order for you to understand the differences between the two sets of symptoms, it's really important to know what stomach acid is and why the stomach produces it. What is stomach acid, guys, and why does the stomach produce this acid? Well, the stomach acid is called hydrochloric acid, and it is produced by the stomach for a variety of reasons. Number one, which will answer your question, the lower esophageal sphincter right here is similar to the sphincter we have down there, called the anus. Everyone knows what an anus is. And so it's a sphincter muscle. It means it has to stay tight. And the reason why the lower esophageal sphincter is tight is because the stomach has to have sufficient amounts of hydrochloric acid. When it does not have sufficient amounts of hydrochloric acid, that sphincter muscle starts to relax. And if it relaxes, then the acid in the stomach will go up the esophagus and cause all these problems like heartburn, burping, etc. Also, having sufficient amount of stomach acid ensures that your stomach is able to break down the nutrients in the food correctly in order to rebuild healthy cells and detox healthy cells. Having sufficient amount of hydrochloric acid prevents you from becoming nutrient deficient and leading to something like brittle nails. And lastly, if you're suffering from any sort of janitorial overgrowth, meaning parasitic, fungal, bad bacteria, overgrowth in your body, especially your digestive organs and glands, then having sufficient amount of stomach acid can help with that. It's like having the front door of your house open versus having it closed. If you have it open, then anybody can come into your house, good guys, bad guys. But if it's closed, no one's going to come in unless you open that door. So when we have sufficient amount of hydrochloric acid, it creates this hostile environment for the microbial community. And when you experience heartburn yourself, you know it's very uncomfortable. It burns. Well, it burns right through them and it keeps them in check. Now let's look at heartburn, for instance, because it's on both of the lists. Heartburn is when your stomach acid, your hydrochloric acid, goes up your esophagus because that sphincter muscle is loose. And why is that loose? Well, we just learned it's because we don't have enough hydrochloric acid in the stomach. When you go to your MD or DO, God bless them, they don't know any better. Your typical MD and DO has been trained to prescribe an antacid, something that would neutralize your stomach acid. You're going to feel temporary relief, but your situation is going to get worse because you already have low stomach acid. This esophageal sphincter is already relaxed, and you've relaxed it even more because now you have less stomach acid, and that's why you continuously have to buy an antacid and never get better. Okay, guys, so now that we've learned a little bit more about the stomach and hydrochloric acid, let's go back to the original list of high stomach acid and the symptoms. We have nausea, bloating, heartburn, burping, hoarseness, abdominal pain, diarrhea, etc., all the way down to unexplained weight loss. Doesn't this look like a list of low stomach acid symptoms to you? Because it definitely looks like to me. These are all symptoms of low stomach acid. the effect of low stomach acid would be these other symptoms here, like fatigue and brittle nails, hair loss, and even undigested food and stools are the effects of having low stomach acid. All the other symptoms are just like the symptoms that were mentioned in the high stomach acid chart. So the effects of low stomach acid were included in the low stomach acid chart, but not in the high stomach acid chart. Remember, guys, our world is the most toxic it has ever been, and people have more toxins bioaccumulated in their tissues than ever before, which has led to an overgrowth of bad bacteria, fungus, and also parasites than ever before. Guys, these two factors alone will create nutrient deficiencies, which will inhibit the production of sufficient amount of hydrochloric acid, because we need nutrients in order to produce hydrochloric acid. So the notion that these symptoms, which are shared with the other list of low stomach acid symptoms, are really high stomach acid is incorrect. You'd have to really have a serious issue, like some sort of a growth in your stomach, to have an abnormality where you're producing high amounts of gastrin and then therefore HCl. Remember, guys, MDs and DOs are really doing the best that they can with what they know, and what they know is what the AMA has taught them, and what they have taught them is what you're getting now. Look at society. It is a huge mess. So many people are riddled with disease. Obviously, we could all benefit from learning how to support our organs and glands naturally, but there is no money in this type of education. There's way more money off of managing symptoms, which is what they're doing now, unbeknownst to them. If this information has helped you, let me know down below, guys. Commenting, liking, and subscribing really help the algorithm keep me visible to you all. And please share this video with anyone in your life that is ill. If you didn't know, unfortunately, having low stomach acid can actually be a contributing factor to a lot of the diseases people suffer from today, because if you cannot metabolize the nutrients in your food, you're not going to build healthy cells, and you're not going to detox properly. And it puts you in a vulnerable position to having an overgrowth of the genital community. So you want to make sure to have sufficient amount of stomach acid to have optimal health. God bless you guys, and I'll see you in the next one.